Welcome to the AI Research Roundup. I'm Alex. A new paper trending on Hugging Face this week tackles a big problem in training vision language models, replacing mysterious single-number reward systems with something much more transparent. It dropped on May 8, 2026, just about 4 days ago. The paper is titled, Auto Rubric as Reward, From Implicit Preferences to Explicit Multimodal Generative Criteria. Right now, the field is desperately trying to stop reward hacking, which is when a model finds a sneaky shortcut to get a high score, without actually improving quality. To fix this, the authors introduce a framework that forces the model to generate explicit, prompt-specific grading rubrics before evaluating images, bumping generation benchmark scores from 0.66 up to 0.80. And as we will dive into next, the way this method suppresses positional bias, where a judge unfairly favors whatever image it happens to see first, is probably the most interesting part of the whole setup. And for those interested in the implementation, the authors have shared their code on GitHub. On Hugging Face, you can grab the auto rubric LoRa weights for Flux and QN, use their examples to generate cinematic images, or edit photos with simple text prompts. Figure 1 breaks down the framework into 3 main stages. First, the top pipeline takes an image pair and prompt, asking a vision language model to create and structure specific grading criteria. Next, the auto rubric as reward phase uses those rubrics to judge new images, which translates the complex evaluation into a straightforward binary reward. Finally, rubric policy optimization uses those clear binary signals to update the image generator's policy, keeping the training grounded in explicit rules. Table 1 lays out the results, comparing how well different models predict human preferences across 4 benchmarks. The top section lists traditional trained reward models, which tend to specialize narrowly and often struggle when tested on broader tasks. The bottom section evaluates direct vision language models as judges, both with and without the new method. Notice the rows shaded in blue. These highlight the performance when the auto rubric as reward framework is applied. Across the board, adding this structured evaluation boosts accuracy by roughly 2 to 6 percentage points, enabling the Gemini 3.1 Pro model to achieve state-of-the-art results on 3 of the 4 tests. Figure 2 illustrates how applying these generated rubrics as training signals actually improves the image generators themselves. The top row tracks text-to-image generation, where fine-tuning the Flux 1 dev baseline with rubric policy optimization consistently raises its scores across multiple benchmarks. The bottom row shows a similar pattern for image editing. By applying this same structured feedback to the Qwen image edit model, we see clear performance lifts, which proves that this criteria-based approach does not just evaluate better, it trains better too. Figure 3 provides concrete visual examples of this improved generation in action. The top half illustrates text-to-image generation, where an input prompt is evaluated using an automatically generated rubric. Because this rubric defines explicit criteria, such as architecture fidelity and proper lighting, it guides the model to produce an image that better reflects the prompt than the baseline does. The bottom section demonstrates the same workflow for image editing. By grading against specific standards like edit accuracy and content preservation, the system ensures the requested edits are applied, so the original source image remains otherwise intact. Figure 4 dives into the mechanics of why this works. The graph on the left tracks the forward-reverse preference gap, which measures positional bias, or the tendency of a model to unfairly favor an image simply based on its presentation order. Baseline models suffer from massive gaps of over 30 points. However, applying the auto rubric as reward framework with human guidance shrinks that gap down to around 10 points, which makes the evaluation far more stable. Next, the chart on the right explores cross-model rubric transfer. It shows that explicit grading criteria generated by a strong model, like Gemini, can successfully guide a completely different evaluating system, consistently boosting overall accuracy. Table 4 summarizes the paradigm shift from implicit to explicit reward parameterization, which simply means moving from hidden scoring formulas to transparent rule-based grading. It compares the new framework against several current methods across key operational axes. The top rows show that traditional models require massive amounts of preference data, producing opaque numerical scores that suffer from low interpretability and a higher risk of reward hacking. In contrast, the bottom row highlights the auto rubric as reward framework. Because it combines zero-shot rubric generation with straightforward binary scoring, it achieves high interpretability and low hacking risk, all without needing extra training data. Wrapping up, the core takeaway is that replacing hidden reward signals with explicit rubrics makes model alignment far more reliable. It proves these systems already understand human preferences. They just need a structured interface to apply them. That wraps up this look at explicit reward modeling. I'm Alex, and this has been the AI Research Roundup. See you in the next one.